Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to see the second chapter of first module, which is Gen AI Beyond the Chatbot. Our second module is Introduction to Gen AI Foundations. And in this chapter there are two subtopics. First is Foundations of Gen AI and Prompting Modules. After that we will see the quizzes as well. So let's get started. AI. So in this chapter, they have discussed the foundation of generative AI. What are the foundations? You ever wondered how generative AI actually works? Well, it all starts with a something called foundation models. These are a huge AI model trained on a massive amount of data. In this chapter, we will discuss about the foundations of Gen AI. In this video, they have discussed about the foundation. Gen AI is trained on a massive amount of data. Earlier, when AI was doing one task, it was designed to do only one specific task. Say, for example, segregating the email as a spam or not spam. So it was only one task it used to do. But because of foundation model, they have trained on a massive amount of data and they can do a different task at the same time. So what is a foundational models? They learn from everything like text, images, even the code. That means they can be used in many ways like writing, designing, coding and much more than segregating the emails as a spam or a not spam. And you have heard about the LLMs, it's large language models. So they are a type of a foundation model but focused on a languages. These models are changing and businesses are being a faster and the smarter with this foundational models. So this is what discussed in this video. These are trained on the diverse data as we discussed. So foundation models are trained on a wide variety of data, allowing them to learn general patterns and relationship that can be applied to a different task. At the same time, it's flexible. So it's flexible because it can support a wide range of use cases, and it's again adaptable. So adaptable to specialize or the particular domain, say for example marketing or healthcare or finance. So different use cases can be implemented with this foundational models. What are the examples of foundation models? There are Gemini, Imagen and Chirp. Gemini, it's trained on a massive data like text, images, code, audio, video, and many more. This is a multimodal training, allows Gemini to perform tasks across various domains, including language understanding, image generation, and code generation. What is Imagen? Imagen is again another foundation model which is trained primarily on massive data set of images and text descriptions. It enables Imagen to generate high quality images from text descriptions and perform image editing tasks and understand the content of these images. The same way, Chirp is designed and trained on large dataset of audios in various languages. Chirp is designed for speech recognition and used for tasks like voice assistant, transcription, and translation. Right? So these are some of the foundational models. In this next video, they have use cases of Puma. Puma is using Google Cloud's Imagen to create a product images quickly at a scale. With just a prompt, they generate multiple visuals and no need for extra photo shoot. They also localize image like adding Mount Fuji for a Japan. This made their content more relevant. With this localization, Puma India saw 10% increase in clicks, and they have used AI smartly to boost their e-commerce. So this is what explained in this video. So this is one of the quiz. We have to find out which are the foundation models and which are not foundation model. So we have to break down. So deep learning model that can generate realistic images from the description. Yes, we just saw it's a foundational model. Yes. A decision tree model used to predict a customer churn. So this is a predictive model than the foundation model. We are predicting some attribute from the historical data. Let's see. Yes. A linear regression model used to predict house prices. Here again we are predicting depending upon the historical data. So this is again not a foundation model. Yes, that's correct. And then a model trained on vast dataset, images, videos capable of understanding and generating visual content as well as answering question about it. Yes, what we have discussed earlier, foundation model are trained on a vast datasets. So yes, model trained on a vast dataset. So this is again a foundation model. Model trained on massive data set of code capable of translating languages and writing different kind of creative content. Again, this is a foundation model. Yeah, all the answers are correct. Okay, so this is another quiz to test foundation model or LLM. So which of the following statements accurately describe the relationship between foundation model and large language model? Select two most appropriate answer. All LLMs are foundations. All foundation models are LLM. LLM are specified type of foundation models. Foundation models are only used for research purpose, like LLMs are used for practical applications. Foundation models and LLMs are unrelated concepts. No, foundation and LLM, then foundation model are only used for research purpose. So this is again not true. All LLMs are foundation models. Yes, it's true. All foundation models are LLMs. No, there are many other models as well which can be categorized as a foundational models. So we have to select two. So let's select this. LLMs are specialized type of foundational model. Let's see. Yeah, both the answer are correct. The takeaway from this chapter is what are the foundational models, the distinguishing the foundational models, and how large language model are designed and developed, how it was trained, and the differentiating between the foundational models and non-foundational models. Along with this, the differentiation between the large language models and the foundational models. So this is the takeaway from this chapter. Let's see the next chapter. So here we are going to see how foundation models used for Gen AI. Everyone knows that foundation models take an input which are called prompts to produce the output. So when AI model have input or prompts, foundation models are usually much more flexible in what you can prompt. Say for example, AI model have a strict requirement on the type of input they can handle, but foundation model are little bit flexible about the type of input. Like they can take an input like text or the images or the audio or the video. Foundation models and especially multimodal foundation models can take much broader set of inputs like videos, audios or text. So what are these input and output? So it might be easier to understand with some of the example. So input prompt is a question and output prompt is a answer to that question. Input may be the request or a image based on a text description, and output would be the image. we can input a summary for a file, and then we can get a file summary, or we can send the code as an input and we will get a corrected code as with no error as a output. So these inputs can also prompt your foundation model endlessly. So depending upon the foundational model, they can again generate many different form of output and prompts. So in this video, they have explained about the Gemini and how prompts are given in the Gemini. So we can ask Gemini to create, to summarize, or to discover something, and it will give us a desired output. This is only explained in this video. So we can start the Gemini console and we can give any prompt over here and Gemini will give us an answer. I'll just give. Who is the Prime Minister of India? Yeah. So the Prime Minister of India is Narendra Modi. So this is what mentioned in this chapter. It's very basic chapter. It's all talk about the giving a prompt and getting a desired outputs. Okay. Let's see the quizzes. Which of the following is not a key feature of foundation models? Trained on a diverse data, adaptable to new domains and tasks, specialized to specific tasks, flexible to support various use cases. It seems specialized to specific tasks is the correct answer. Which is the purpose of prompt in the context of foundation model? To fine-tune the model for a specific task, to train the model on new data, to evaluate the model performance, to provide input to model and trigger the output. So we have discussed the prompt where we provide the input and get the correct output. Option D should be the correct answer. How do foundation model and prompt engineering work together to create a value in generative AI? Foundation model offer a vast knowledge base and prompt engineering guides the model to use the knowledge in response. Foundation model ensures the ethical use of generative AI, while prompt engineering focus on improving the quality and the creativity of the output. Prompt engineering train foundation models on a specific task, allowing them to generate high specialized content and insight. Foundation model provide the computing power for generative AI, while prompt engineering directs that power to the complete specific task. Now, this seems to be the correct answer. Foundation model offer a vast knowledge base and prompt engineering guides the model to use this knowledge in response. What is the following best defines the foundation model? Large AI model trained on a vast quality of data capable of adapting to a variety of tasks. Hardware infrastructure used to train and deploy AI model. Small, very specialized AI model trained on a narrow data sets in order to perform specific tasks. Traditional machine learning algorithm that rely on explicitly defined rule. So we discuss it's a large AI model trained on a variety of vast quality of data. What is the primary difference between foundation model and the traditional model? So foundation model are trained on a massive amount of data for various tasks, while traditional models are trained on a specific data for a single task. foundation model trained on a specific data for a single task, while traditional model are trained on a diverse data for various tasks. Option C is foundation model cannot be adapted to new tasks while traditional model can. And option D is foundation model are only trained on text data while traditional models use images and code. So this seems to be the correct answer. Foundation models are trained on a massive amount of data. Let's see. Yeah, all the answers are correct. So with this, we have completed this introduction to Gen AI Foundation chapter in Gen AI Beyond the Chatbot module. In next video, we will go through the course resources and then the next steps. Till then, stay tuned and happy learning.